I didn't. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm doing multiple things at one time. So I was covering how to run a meeting that people don't dread. So I already covered starting in strongly. Um, Running a productive meeting isn't rocket science. Um, and then pick a leader. This is mostly for banking people where they seem to have a problem in setting up their meetings. Who sets up the meetings? Are these recurring meetings? Whoever sets up the meeting, whoever calls the meeting, that's the leader of the meeting. But in the banking industry, it seems like they do things a little bit differently. I wouldn't know. I worked at Dr. Center Bank, but that was, and I never attended one meeting. So I don't know how everything went. I had some people who would set up meetings um, because they wanted to flex and kind of feed their ego and say, oh, look, who am I? I can call a meeting and make all of y'all come to it. You know, child, ain't nobody got time for that. And I think that that's what most people think, that that's what meetings are about. I think that's sad. Most of the meetings that I went to, they had a leader, there was a purpose, there was work that we actually needed to do. And the meetings were an opportunity to touch bases and figure out, okay, how are we on this project? And what are the problems with the project? You know, just to find out what the status is. And if there were action items, I need to get this permit, I need to get that permit done. I've gotten in touch with the city and the county. They've been ignoring me. I need to find out if somebody here has a contact with the city or with the county that I can get in touch with personally to get this paperwork done. And somebody would say, oh, I know this person or that person. They are on this committee with the city. I'll get in touch with them. And they're like, okay, well, can you get in touch with them today and let me know if they are able to work with you or you need another contact, blah, 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 you know. And that's how action items would roll out based on what the work is that we needed to do. The other thing was the money for a given project. We had to have meetings to discuss the budget for, okay, we have this much money set up for this particular product and or this project, and we have this code, this code, this code. You can bill hours to this code, but not this code. We've already billed the budgeted amount for this code, but we still got work to do. So we need to move around money in the budget, and we need to extend this code. And so that would be a part of my job, is to extend that code. So it will go from code ABC 1 to ABC 1-1. Okay, extending the code. And so we never had meetings just for the hell of it, or for somebody to pump up their ego, because the amount of time, okay, say like we have a person sitting in a meeting that we're paying $42 an hour. So for $42 an hour, they're sitting there sipping coffee, going, They have no report to give. They're not working on any projects that has to do with this meeting. We just wanted to flex our power over this person by pulling them from their desk, from what it is that they were doing, whatever they were working on, to make them attend this meeting and sit here for an hour. Who does that? Okay, but it seems like a lot of people, that's what they're having to deal with, and I just think that's really damn ridiculous. Okay, moving on. Okay, the other one that I was talking about before was if you want participation in a meeting, you need to keep the meeting, to 7 people. Usually the board will meet they have questions about this, that, and the third, or they notice this, that, and the third, and they want a report on what's going on with projects, what's going on with work, not just current work, but business development. So that's how the meetings will come, to make sure that we're getting all the information to the top people so that they are helping us to be able to be a profitable company. You are not on the board to just sit there and do nothing, you know. Anyway, so that's wrapping up where I started out from. People hate it when they can't get their work done because they have to go to somebody else's meeting. Okay. Again, this is with Irving Place Capital, Michael Feener. It just sounds like to me in the banking industry, they got a lot of problems. And I don't know what's going to happen. The election is coming up. Nobody's really said anything about banking. I at least I haven't heard anything. If you guys have heard anything about what's going on with the banking industry, I know that when it comes to Chase has implemented a mandatory fee to all the customers who do not keep a balance of $1,500 in their account every month. And I don't know if that's going to be industry wide, or if the banking industry is trying to drive away customers so that they can create a financial crisis for themselves so that the next president can bail them out, which is what I think is going to happen. They're trying to force a crisis because they know, just like in 2008, if they do a shoddy job and they put their industry in jeopardy, that the federal government will bail them out. So there's no incentive for them to make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to. And even in here, they don't even know how to run a meeting. They don't know how, when, why to do it. It's just sad. And for those who do know how to run a meeting and who are doing it well, I congratulate you. And kudos to you, and I wish you well. To the rest of you, and if there's somebody who is watching this who is a big wig, when people do a shoddy job, they're supposed to fail. When people do a good job, they're supposed to succeed. Right now, it seems like the opposite is true. And I don't know who needs to fix it because I don't know who broke it. But it's only broken in certain places. And I think that that's what says a lot. Because in other places, they are doing quite well and doing what they're supposed to. And they are succeeding very nicely. And I wish them the best. And I am proud of them. And that's all I have to say about that. So I am gone. I'm going to get on off of here. And let me see. I'm going to wrap up this one. Oh, let me tell you what my source was. This is 13 Things They Won't Tell You. And this is on page 301. What you don't know about your job. Okay? It's some messed up people in the world. And you know, that's just all that it is. It used to be where people were more strict about regulating incompetence. But they messed up. They messed up because a lot of the people that they were thinking were incompetent, or weirdos or whatever, they were wrong. Look at me. They were wrong. And a lot of the people that they promoted and just believed so highly in, honey, those people made them into fools. That's what happened. I'm laughing because I was one of those persons, you know. I was one of those persons. And I don't really know why, but people did not think that I should do certain things. As a matter of fact, people felt like I shouldn't be allowed to do anything. And it was a certain group of people. I'm not going to tell you who. But there was a certain group of people who saw that I could do quite a bit. And because of them, I did do quite a bit. And I have done quite a bit. But I have had to keep in mind the people who don't want me to do anything. I've had to really, really pay attention to those people because it has been a super duper issue. How's that, y'all? Isn't that neat? It has been a super duper issue, and let me tell you, I have had to I've had to really it's funny to me because I have known so many people who ain't shit. I said that. Look, I'm not trying to be crass or crude or anything. But when you are dealing with someone who are in their position undeservedly, they haven't did the work, they haven't did the research, it's really a fluke for them being there and being in the position instead of them doing the work, saying, oh my God, this is really an opportunity. Let me do my research. Let me hit the books. Let me do all this stuff because this shit kind of fell out of the sky and I don't really deserve this. Instead of them doing that, they attack the people who have did research, and it's a damn shame. Listen, to those of you who are doing your research, who are doing your work, I want to encourage you. Okay, when somebody else undeservedly is given a promotion or a position that they do not deserve, I want to encourage you to look at all of your options. You do not have to support that. Look into doing other things, man. Look into doing other things. You do not have to accept that crap at all. Okay, if you see that you are not being, and this is, like I said, this is for the people who are good and decent people. You're going to want to go to certain other industries, certain other, and by all intents and purposes, do not go into banking. Don't. Do not go into Wall Street. Do not. That's what I would say personally just because of the research that I've done and the people that I've talked to about these industries. Okay. Another thing, the medical industry. I wouldn't go into the medical industry if I was you, normally because you're going to be in and around a bunch of sick people. That is going to affect you. If not physically, then definitely spiritually and mentally. Okay. It's just all that crying and death, and it's just too much. Okay, so anyway, I went into accounting, and I found that it was very two-dimensional and even one-dimensional. Everything was about doing things appropriately, staying away from anything that was questionable or unseemly or even looked unseemly. And I remember just being warned about even my association. And it's so true. Even where you live, people will think that you're a part of whatever is going on in that area. So, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. This video could take forever. Listen, if y'all have any specific questions, message me, inbox me. Some can even text me if you have my information. And I'm going to wrap it up at that. Okay? Y'all have a good day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.